Hi, it's Michael, and today I'm going to show you the new URintells Cuisine Espresso machine. This is an entry-level model. The model number is EM5220-US. It's got a nice appearance to it. Here's what you get out of the box. The portafilter is very lightweight. It's made of aluminum, I think, and it's got some plastic on the inside, which I'm not a big fan of. Also, the the filter baskets are very loose, and as you could see, it just fell out of there unprovoked. But it doesn't affect the ability for the machine to make espresso. It's just they shouldn't do that. But there's a double basket, and then they also provide a single basket. Both the baskets are pressurized baskets, and actually they're not bad for a beginner, for an entry-level machine, because they help enhance crema production when you're using older beans that you have in your house, or if you buy bagged pre-ground coffee. So those are helpful actually in that situation. The tamper is very lightweight, very plastic-y because it is totally plastic. I'm not a big fan of this, but it'll work to get you started. You can always upgrade to a metal tamper down the road if you wish. And then they give you a sort of a quick start guide and then the full user manual here. The machine itself, it's very attractive. It has a warming tray up on top, water reservoir in the back, and this is easily taken off to fill from your water faucet, or if you can just bring a pitcher over to it and refill it, you can do that as well. The machine does have a stainless steel drip tray top, and then this comes out. Normally, there's a red float in here that'll stick a little red dot out of the hole here. But this doesn't, it either never was put in or it doesn't come with one, so that's kind of strange. Not sure what's going on there. But if you need a little extra space for a taller cup, you can remove the drip tray, and this gives you just a little bit of extra space down there. It's got a very nice control panel here, and then there is a knob on the side, and this is how you turn on your steam and or hot water. If you want hot water, that'll just be produced anytime you turn it on and the machine is on. It'll come out of the steam wand. If you want steam, there's a button here on the front panel that you would push for steam. It'll take a few seconds for it to preheat up to the higher heat level it needs, and then you turn the knob and steam will be produced. So when you turn it on for the very first time, you're going to want to purge the machine. You just want to run some water through the machine to clean it all out. So just get a cup underneath it, and then once it's warmed up, you can push the espresso button. Actually, you should put the portafilter on there as well, because that'll clean that as well at the same time. So we'll just insert it into the machine like this, and put your cup underneath and push the espresso button. Now, when the lights are blinking, that usually indicates that it's either heating up or cooling down. So it is going to take a few seconds for the machine to get up to the temperature it needs to make the espresso. Right now, we're just running water through the system. Once this completes, it'll stop, and then you'll see all the other icons reappear, and that means the process has been completed. So you can see the water is a little bit cloudy, and that's exactly why we want to do this initial purge, just to make sure the lines are clean. So I'll just dump this water out, and then I'm going to move over to the steam wand here, and I'm going to just turn it on. Like I said, unless I push the steam button, just hot water is going to come out of here. So we'll just run this for a few seconds, and that's probably adequate. And now we have prepared the machine for its first use. So I'm going to make an espresso for you. I'm going to use the double basket, and I've got some pre-ground coffee here. So pre-ground coffee is not from a bag for me. I grind my own beans, and I just ground these this morning. So I've got a good burr grinder. These are kind of fluffy, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to put about 2 scoops in here. Now, I don't mind if the coffee goes a little bit above, you know, sort of a little concave surface here, because I know when I tamp it down, because they're fluffy, they're going to compress quite a bit when I tamp it. Now you don't want to overfill your basket because there is a screen inside the brew head here, and you don't want that pressing on the top of the ground. So do not overfill your baskets. So we're just going to insert this into the machine, and I've got my cup here. Now you'll probably want to preheat your cup. You can do that just by running a little hot water in there before we make the espresso. And that's just to ensure that you get the hottest possible espresso. So that's all it takes. And I'll put the cup under there, push the espresso button, and again it's blinking, which means it's heating up a little bit, and then as soon as it's ready to go, it'll just start making the espresso. Now this is going to do a pre-infusion of a few seconds, and that's great. We want that to happen because that just prepares the grinds for the full extraction. Puts a little bit of water in there at a lower pressure, gets them ready, it reduces channeling, and lets the coffee bloom a little bit. And now this is the full extraction. Now my beans were old, so I wasn't expecting to get much crema out of them, but as you can see, the pressurized basket magically enhances the crema development. Still not the best crema, but better than no crema, right? So there we go. Now that's how it works, so it's very easy. Now the buttons here also give you the ability to make an Americano. Typically an Americano is made with a shot of espresso or two, and then you add hot water to it in whatever ratio you want. Usually 1:3 or 1:4, something like that. So this doesn't do it that way though. All this does is it makes an espresso and then continues to pump water through it. So really what you're getting is an over-extracted espresso. So I don't recommend that you use the Americano button on this because it's really not going to be tasting very good. It's going to be over-extracted, it's probably going to be bitter, and you might get other notes that are not pleasurable to drink. What I would do is either make a regular espresso or a double espresso and then add your own hot water using the steam wand and the hot water function. You can do what you like, but that's what I would do if you want the best tasting Americano. Just putting more water through that espresso that is already spent, I will say. So there's our over-extracted Americano. If you want to make some froth for your drinks, they do not provide a frothing pitcher, but that's okay. You can always get one, or you can also just use a cup. So let me get some cold milk. I'm using 2% milk, but normally you'd want to use whole milk, and you can even try using almond milk, although I don't get great results with almond milk. But whole milk is the best, and 2% will work pretty well. Push the steam button. It's going to start blinking, which means the machine is going to be getting up to the proper temperature to make steam. Then first thing we'll do after that, after it stops blinking, is we want to purge that. We want to make sure there's not a lot of extra water in the steam wand, and usually a little bit of water will come out. So there, we're getting some water coming out. And that's it, not a lot, but just a little bit. Now it's going to be all steam. So we'll insert this under the milk, top of the milk. And the idea is here you want to get the milk swirling in the pitcher. It should take anywhere from 40 seconds to maybe about a minute total time. You don't want to go longer than that. You don't want to scald the milk, so if you're using a pitcher, frothing pitcher like I am, once it gets uncomfortable to hold, that means you're probably at the 150 to 160 degree area. You basically want the milk volume to about double. And I'm just plunging it deeply in there to finish off. As soon as you stop the steam production, then you want to immediately wipe the steam wand down with a damp cloth to get that milk off there before it dries. And then you can purge it with a little more steam just to make sure your nozzle is clean. So there we go. I've got some nice froth here, and I'll pour it into that espresso that I made a few minutes ago. And I don't do latte art, but I do froth really well. And so there's our drink. So that's it. That's a quick look at this new machine from URintells Cuisine. Again, it's the EM5220-US. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.